The new Seiko Prospex SRPD25 automatic diver aka Monster case is slightly smaller with better ergonomics, and it has a new one-piece stainless steel bezel that has smoother, more refined notches than the outgoing Monster. This enhanced design language carries over to the crown, which forgoes its predecessor's knurled surface for a more traditional ridged crown, which may sacrifice some grip in favor of a better appearance, but that's a worthy change. It also carries over on the dial. The stainless steel case and bezel measure 42mm in diameter by 14mm thick, with the height of the day-date Cyclops included and 12mm without. It does make you wonder if the Cyclops is even needed, and perhaps for some purists, whether the day-date is needed at all. Lug to lug, the case measures 47.5mm, which is a good length, and by comparison, is the same length as a turtle. The aesthetic is quite attractive. With the steel bracelet, reference SRPD25, it weighs 186.9 grams, and the rubber strap version, reference SRPD27, weighs 117.37 grams. The interlug width is 19mm on both. The bracelet feels robustly built and is comfortable, and the rubber strap feels even more comfortable with its soft material. The bracelet has push-pin secured links, 4 micro adjustments on the clasp, and a 2-button safety clasp. Pierced lugs offer a more convenient way to switch the strap or bracelet compared to solid lugs. This is a diver's watch that meets ISO 6425 standards and can be used for scuba diving. The 7mm crown is a good size for adjustments, yet its location at 4 o'clock prevents any digging into your wrist. The crown is screwed down to the case and protected from water by 2 gaskets. There are no traditional crown guards per se, but there is a piece of metal that is flush with the case and that protects the crown. A solid steel caseback screws in and is protected from water by a gasket. The dial is protected by a flat, hard-lex mineral crystal, which is also sealed by a gasket. With 120 clicks, the unidirectional monoblock stainless steel dive bezel that's been treated with a black coating features a lapsed time marked 0 to 60 bezel for diving, rotates precisely in one direction, and with 2 clicks per mark. Seiko's workhorse in-house caliber 4R36 movement drives the hours, minutes, seconds, and date, and is the same as found in the Tunas, Turtles, and Seiko 5s. It measures 27.4mm by 5.32mm, beats at 3 Hz or 21,600 vibrations per hour, features 24 joules, a 41-hour power reserve, and is equipped with an automatic winding rotor and can be manually wound as well, which is nice considering not all watches at this price point offer automatics with hand winding. Seiko Caliber 4R36 was first released in 2011 and offers hacking, the ability to stop the balance wheel by pulling out the crown to precisely set the seconds hand. It also offers a quick set day date with a dedicated position on the crown and turning one way for the day and the other way for the date. There's even blue and red for Saturday and Sunday and 2 languages. However, the date does change gradually, slowly creeping up before midnight, as opposed to changing over in a few minutes, semi-instantaneous. One of the biggest differences performance-wise between this movement and a Swiss movement is the accuracy rate, which has to do with cost and the fact that these are presumably not highly adjusted coming out of the factory. The rate is stated to be -35 plus 45 seconds per day, compared to a chronometer which is -4 plus 6. With that said, this movement may lose more time and gain more time, but ultimately it's accurate enough that you're never off by more than 2 to 5 minutes in our experience. For diving, you're not going to see much difference at all between this and a chronometer if you're timing a 60-minute scuba dive. On the dial, a long-time signature of the Monster dive watches has been shark tooth markers, which have been replaced with more traditional rectangular hour markers. The 12 o'clock marker is reminiscent of the older generations of Monster. The dial comes in a blue or black sunray finish, the former of which has a slight gradient, which means it fades from light to dark. In this instance, it's darker in the center and lighter on the perimeter. The hands are treated with a generous amount of lume for easy visibility even underwater in dark or murky conditions. Compared to past models, this modern version features brushed steel hands for a bit more upscale look as opposed to a two-tone painted and blued. Apart from a minor reshaping, The hands are otherwise a very similar shape to those seen on past models. That is a long arrow-tipped center seconds hand, a huge arrow-tipped hour hand, which is a bit short and could perhaps be lengthened to enhance the readability of the time without sacrificing the coherence of the overall total design. And for the minute hand, like the center seconds hand, it goes all the way to the beginning edge of the flange, which is a perfect length, making reading the minutes and seconds flawless when coupled with the new, large, applied rectangular luminous hour markers, including the shark tooth style double marker at 12. Within the hierarchy of Seiko watches, there are the Prospex Luxe Divers watches, which are rock solid and feature premium finishes, with retail prices around $1,000. There are the new Seiko 5s, which are durable and water resistant, but not for scuba diving, nor are they marked as divers because they lack certain features and are not tested to ISO 6425 standards, starting at $295. Right in between these two is the highly capable Monster line, which is $495 on a strap and $525 on a bracelet. For $500, there's no other watch brand making mechanically powered divers watches that can truly compete with Seiko. And crucially, with this latest iteration, Seiko has further refined the cult favorite Monster without raising the price. For more information about the Seiko dive watches, and for any other watch, you can visit professionalwatches.com.